Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and welcome back to another episode of our StoneBlock 2 Electric Boogaloo. No one's gonna get that. Welcome back to another episode of StoneBlock 2, where I've created an incredibly long hallway. I mean, it's not that long. There have been longer hallways in the history of my channel, and I guess Minecraft in general, but this one is leading to where we're going to be doing some monster spawning today, and in fact, we're going to build a contraption to kill monsters for us, because I'm desperately trying to catch up with where I was at the end of original StoneBlock by this episode, and that's not going to happen, because we don't have digitized storage yet, unfortunately, and even when we get the monster spawner up and going, we're not really going to be at parity, but I want to throw out there that we are a lot closer, because I don't think we ever had 13,000 diamonds in original recipe StoneBlock, so if anything, we're pretty far ahead. Look at this, awakened draconium nuggets. I'm still not sure what it is, but we've got 3,000 of them, and apparently we can use these to make lava very quickly. We'll touch on that maybe this episode and maybe next episode, but what we're going to be using today is from the mob grinding utilities mod. It's mob_grinding_useless, if you want to look it up in the pack. And if you've been with the channel for any amount of time, I said this yesterday as well. Well, not yesterday, but in the last video I recorded. I don't know when it came out. Was it last Sunday, possibly? No idea. What matters is that we use this in our 5-Head Island Let's Play, same as the wireless power mod we looked at last time. And so I've got a pretty good grasp on how this works. If everything I remember is correct and accurate still, you got these fans. You can put upgrades in the fans to make them wider and push. Oh, what is this? Absorption radius? That's not what I was thinking of. And a wider and taller area and push them further and all of that good stuff. You can build a mob masher and add upgrades to it, which is what we're going to be doing because we want to spawn a wither. And for that, we're going to need wither skull heads. So we're going to be building the mob masher as well as many of these beheading upgrades as we can. Some of them stack, some of them don't. So we're going to be doing some experimentation to figure out how many. I mean, we have the resources for this. It's like gold, iron, and redstone. We are good to go there. You can, if you don't want the mob masher and you don't care about these upgrades, you can also just use regular iron spikes. We're going to be using the absorption hopper. Any sort of hopper that absorbs in an area around it will work. This one here is pretty cool. It can also collect XP, but we're not going to set that up today because I don't care. And there are some mufflers here. So if you are killing a wither again and again and again and again, here's a good thing to get right there. That'll at least if you're killing the wither multiple times in a setup using this mod, that will muffle the sound of its death. Something else we might want to build is the Ender Inhibitor, which will prevent Endermen from teleporting out as they're taking damage. Now, hopefully, we can make enough Mob Masher upgrades that won't be a problem, but we'll find out. So let's get prepared by grabbing a stack of redstone, gold, iron, all of this good stuff here. I wonder what else we're going to need specifically for this. Looks like diamonds, looks like I've literally got everything that I need. Lots of iron, though. Maybe we should get a second stack. Feathers, I can get. I can definitely get feathers, and sticks I can also get. I probably have some over here in my wood chest. I can get some more from over there, or alternatively, I can make some with some wood. But we have plenty of feathers, so no worries there. Got plenty of apples right now, by the way, in case y'all were wondering. I've got 5,000 sticks. Goodness gracious. Oh, and we're doing big numbers right now on our mineral sapling. We've got all kinds of... Well, we'll get to that mod. I keep talking about it, but we'll get to it. You just gotta take my word for it. So, first off, let's build a fan. I really only want to... Oh, stone. I didn't prepare that. I was not prepared for stone. Do you think we should go ahead and cook up some more stone? Because I don't know if we might need more later. You know what? We can do it, and therefore we should do it. A Boy Scout is always prepared, and even though I'm not a Boy Scout, I was friends with one. So, in fact, all of my friends' brothers were Boy Scouts. So, there we go. Talk about being prepared. I'm going to make 10 redstone blocks because, you know what? My friend would be prepared for that. And we're going to make a single fan. I'm going to try to make enough upgrades to make this one fan work. So, Shrek, I think it's 5 wide. This has a max of 3. But I don't know if it's +1 to only one side or both sides. Sounds like the sort of thing we need to go test. So I'm going to make 3 of those. And then I don't know why we would need height upgrades. But we'll make a few of those too. And then I don't know if we're going to need any distance modifiers. But they also... Oh, they have a max upgrade of 10. Well, let's make 10 of them. It might be unnecessary. but we won't know until we try. For power, we're going to make ourselves a flux point, and that'll give us some wireless power back there, and then we'll probably power everything using cables once it's back here. So we'll have like a single point, and then cables running to all the different mashers. We might use 2 points, because we're going to need the fan on one side, and everything else on the other, all of the grinding machines and contraptions. So let's get that mob fan out. I think it points in the direction you're looking at. I was wrong. I was very wrong. I was completely wrong on that. As far wrong as you could be. Exactly the opposite was true. So we put that there. I guess we just put our point on the... Okay, well this doesn't look good. Maybe it doesn't need power. That's possible. I'm pretty sure the mashers need power, though. I might be crazy. We'll put this over here for now. We'll find out later. Let's go make, like, a lever. And you know what? The more I think about it, of course it doesn't need power. Fans don't use power. I don't think. Not any other mod that I can think of. It's been a while since I've used this mod. You would think that before I made a video about it and possibly embarrassed myself on the internet, I might go ahead and look up a wiki or something and try to refamiliarize myself with it. But that, my friends, would be making an assumption. And you know what they say about assumptions? Sometimes you're wrong. Or something along those lines. Let's slap this thing on the back, throw the switch. Fan is running. Good. And I'm sure it doesn't matter that we're blocking the fan intake. It's got vents on the side. It's probably good. So, pushes us back to here. Not nearly far enough. What about width? Let's add a single width upgrade and see what happens. Okay, so it pushes me back there. Does it push me back on this side, though? Okay, good. So it does add 1 to both sides. That's what I want to see. And then probably adding that one there will make it to where this side gets pushed in. Perfect. Although, now that I think about it, did I really build this room to be 5? Well, I guess I did. I don't know. We'll have to... I didn't really think this room through when I built it. I'll be completely forward with all of you. I was listening to a podcast about people reviewing Kingdom Hearts 3. And, well, it wasn't so much a review as just people talking about, you know, how they feel about the game. And it was a good time. We're going to put those in there. And then these... What do you reckon? 5 of them? I wasn't really counting. Let's see. Let's throw ourselves out there. That pushes us almost to the end. I want it to push us all the way to the end. Really push us right into those mob mashers. So we'll add that upgrade there. So we ended up needing 2 widening, 3 heightening. Well, I don't know if we needed 3 heightening. And 6 distance modifiers. I guess that's convenient if we have bats or something. Next, we need to make a bunch of iron swords. And I maybe made too many. That's fine, but we've got to make spikes. We need spikes in order to create the mob masher. And I don't know how many mob mashers we're going to make. Is there anything that allows the mob masher to kill in a wider area? Doesn't appear to be. Oh, dadgummit, I didn't make any blocks of iron. Now my inventory's full. I'm throwing swords down on the ground. Alright, spikes. Oh, geez, the inventory's full, so we can't actually make... Alright, you know what? Make a spike, throw it down, make another one. This is a real hassle. And there are our mob mashers. Fantastic, that's 2 of them. It would be nice to have more, but for now, that'll work. And in fact, that might work just fine. We'll have to check and see. It depends on how I set this all up. But there's our mob mashers, and then we're going to need our beheading upgrades. So gold helmets. What was it? Oh, right, they don't stack. 3 of those, I believe. 2 of them. Well, that's okay. We'll just make another one, and we'll see if we can stack these. Oh, does it say? Max of 10. Oh, well, then we'll make that many. I just had an idea to make this a little bit easier on myself, as opposed to just constantly throwing things on the ground. What if I threw a storage chest up there? And we got ourselves a bit of extra storage space. Can I not automatically transfer things to the chest? You know what? It's still easier than throwing them on the ground. All right, I made enough to make 20 of them. And yes, it will automatically pull items in from this chest, which is where I stored all of my helmets. And unfortunately, you can only make 1 at a time, because helmets don't stack. And I miscounted. I made enough to make 21 of them, which we don't need. We only need 20. So if we put them like this, it seems pretty likely that anything that gets blown in between them will still end up dying. As for our flux point, I'll probably put it inside. Maybe right here between the 2. Will it connect up to both of them? Don't tell me they don't need power either. They must need power! How else do they operate? Do you just apply a No way! If these things don't require power, I'm going to feel like a massive idiot. Oh no! The entirety of the last episode was a sham! I was so wrong! Oh, how am I going to address that? Oh, no. I made the entire last episode just so we could have wireless power in this room, and it's not even necessary. I feel like an idiot. Oh, it's a good thing I haven't edited that video yet. I can fix this. I can't edit around it. I'm just gonna have to add some information blurbs and maybe like an intro video explaining. I don't know. Oh goodness, you've seen the last episode. You know what's up. All right, let's put in our adding upgrades. I'm so stupid. Alright, let's just put one in the middle. That'll do, I guess. No. I'm gonna make it up to y'all. Should we build some looting upgrades? Oh, we can do that. We've got access to lapis. Whew, okay, so we're gonna need 20 of these. I think they have a max stack of 10 each at least, and that'll improve our drops a bit. Goodness gracious, I am ashamed of myself. I'm gonna have to go into hiding after this. I can't let my family find out what I've done. And with that, it's pretty much done. We just have to, well, we have to encase it now somehow to block a light from getting inside. I actually asked my Patreon supporters in the Howdy Folks Discord in the patron-only lounge area what they thought I should use, and I got a couple of different recommendations. Either dark fused quartz, which, I mean, I'm not sure if that actually blocks light, but I know it's explosion resistant. That was recommended by Walker Hound. I was also recommended by Green, aka Juan, that I could use dark glass, which I know for sure will, in fact, block light. But what goes into dark fused... Oh, goodness gracious, here we go. Dark fused quartz is created using some dye of some sort. Organic black dye, I think, is actually really easy to get a hold of. Not black dye, but organic black dye. Come on, organic black dye. Where are you? Artificial? Boom. It is slime and pulverized coal. I can build one of those easy. Or eggs. Heaven knows I've got eggs. So that is an option. What was the other ingredient in it? I don't even... Okay, and quartz. I could make that. Yeah, it is blast resistant. Blocks light. And we could paint it a different color, apparently. Alternatively, we have dark glass, which I'm going to assume is very similar. It's regular glass, or quite clear glass, which has been cooked up with some dye. So we can get dark clear glass, or we can get the fused quartz. I like the idea that the fused quartz is blast-proof, even though I don't think there's going to be any explosions in there. And we do have all the materials to make them, so I think if you don't have access to a large amount of nether quartz, the other alternative, just the regular old dark glass, is a great option, but we do have access to a ton of nether quartz, courtesy to this little stack of chickens here, who have now made us 59,000. Good gosh, we've got a bit. So eggs we can get, like I say, in just stacks. And then I think we probably have pulverized coal. 23 of them. If you want to make more, though, just get yourself some coal. You can either mine it out of the mining dimension, make yourself a stack of chickens, that'll do it for you, and put it into something like a pulverizer. That's just an option. You could also, I think, put it into a sag mill, and you should be good to go there. Trying to keep the eggs cooking up over here inside of our simple alloy smelter, while over here we keep this going, because we're going to need quite a bit of this. You don't have to build it out of glass. You could just build it a dark room that you can't even see into, but I like the idea of being able to watch the mob murders take place. This is very dark. All of a sudden, I'm just now realizing, goodness gracious. One of the things I hadn't considered is what I'm going to do up here where these lava tanks are, because I think if I put a block here and a block here, like that, light's going to leak in through the corners, so I don't think that's going to work. So I guess the alternative is to just go around this edge, take down these tanks, and then I don't even know why I made the ceiling hollow in the first place. We'll just fill it all in with the stone bricks. We'll bring them down a level. Boom. Single right click. I love our little diamond wand. Oh, now we've got all these lava tanks to deal with. Oh, you know what? I've got an idea. Let's put them in the corners. All right, we're going to go all the way around the edge like so, and then all the way up to the roof. We're not going to be able to turn these on and off. Oh, you know what we haven't done is we haven't built an absorption hopper. We have no way to collect the materials yet. We'll get to it. This is a slow-going process. I now have my pulverizer and both of my sag mills going, creating coal. I've got the simple alloy smelter, taking the pulverized coal and the eggs to turn into organic black dye, and I'm feeding that into here to very slowly create more fuse quartz. I mean, I say slowly. The whole process is actually rather speedy if I can just keep up with everything. Another reason for building this so far away, and my primary reason was to keep monster sounds far away, but another reason is monsters won't spawn within a certain radius of you, and so you need to make sure you build your monster spawner. I think it's 20 blocks away from spawn, assuming you are near spawn. I don't know the exact numbers. I do know that mobs spawn down there, though, because I forgot to light it when I first made the tunnel, and well, let me tell you, we had some fun between episodes. Alright, the absorption hopper is pretty straightforward. You start off with a hopper, and then you combine that with an Eye of Ender and some obsidian. Oh, we have everything we need to make it right there. Now, it's going to store things, in this case, in a small storage crate, but there are alternative storage methods, and then, like I say, you can get tanks that'll automatically, drain XP and whatnot. It's pretty cool. We've made too much dark fused quartz, which, when I first started, I didn't even think was possible, because it was taking us so long to just make dark fused quartz. But, well, there you go, my friends. That's how it be sometimes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop in here and turn these on. Again, they have 10 mob masher upgrades for looting and 10 for beheading. I didn't turn on, but I put down some torches, because it got very dark in here. I didn't want anything spawning while I was away, but now I am back and ready to play. The way we're going to set this up is, I think we'll put that there, and we'll put the absorption hopper on the inside. Hopefully that blocks the light. If we press F7, we're good, except for that one spot there. One thing I didn't take into consideration was I got to put down the absorption hopper. So we'll plop it down there, and we want it to go to the north, I believe. How do you set this? Items, fluid, none. Items to the north, please. I don't know what any of this means. I guess offsets? Show area. Oh. Is this collection area? Okay, interesting. So it'll even try to grab things out back here. It's got a pretty wide radius on it, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. Also, we've done wrong telling it to pick up out of the north. We don't want it to do that. Which direction am I facing in? If I'm facing north, then we want it to go to the west. So, west. Perfect. And let's turn that off. Hide area. We only want it to send items to there. Like I say, if we wanted to do XP, we could do that later on to get that set up later on. Let's leave it for a bit and see if anything actually spawns, or if this is going to be like my monster spawner in original recipe StoneBlock, which nothing spawned in, ever. It was very sad. Things should spawn. Oh, oops. Oh. Didn't even realize I'd lined it up with this. Interesting. I guess while we're waiting, we can experiment with something that I was told by a viewer using our draconium awakened draconium. I don't know. Somehow we turn these into awakened draconium ingots, and then we can turn those into blocks. A viewer by the name of Jacob Lester told me that putting these underneath our crucibles would give us a lava production rate of 120, or increase our production by a factor of 120, however you would say that, which is crazy, but let's take a look. So right now we're using superheating elements, which is doing it by a rate of 60. Plop that sucker down, and oh my good gosh, he wasn't joking with us. 120 times. That is insane. That is absolute insanity. Not necessary either, though, because we're pretty much... I mean, where is it going to go? Where are we going to send that much lava? If I continue to use lava as a lighting source throughout the base, yes, it may become necessary to replace all of our superheating elements with these. But that... Oh, it's gone forever? I guess you can't break it with a diamond paxel. That's a waste of draconium. I wish I'd realized sooner. But also, we've got a chicken just making a bunch of it all the time. So, oh, jeez, dadgummit. Can you use this stuff to make armor? I need some tips. Leave me some suggestions down below for what armor and weapons I should build to fight the scary, creepy chicken thing that we're eventually going to go have to fight in the end. How are we doing in here, by the way? Okay, good. We've got a nice supply of creatures. We got some little skeletons and some spiders. Let's send them packing. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. One of the spiders has died. What did we get for that? Okay, that's not bad. We got some string, cobweb, solidified experience, some spider eyes. If they try to move, this isn't going to work. That spider up there, I feel like I'm being mocked right now. We're going to break that. We're going to hopefully pick up this absorption hopper. I don't want to have to go in there. We're going to have to go in there. Basically going to have to, there we go, scooch in and put that right there. Let's see what happens if we put our absorption hopper in this space so that things can't stand on it. There we are. And then we put our crate on the outside. At least this way I can even go ahead and possibly, theoretically, access that. No, I can't. Never mind. Break a block. Send your items to the west. Put that block back. Alright, so that eliminates one thing that they can stand on. It's a problem that they don't walk to the side at all. I guess I could put fans on the side. We should probably just build... You know what? No. Eventually, they will try to walk to the side, and they'll get ground up. Yeah? We're gonna have to go back in there because I forgot about the most important part of this process, which is turning them into wither skeletons, which is gonna require that you get yourself some witch water. We covered that in an earlier episode. Just a bucket, or a barrel, I should say, of water, top of some mycelium. Get yourself some witch water, and apparently it's been explained to me that if a skeleton walks through or passes through witch water, they will transform, again, this is how it's been explained to me, into a wither skeleton. So let's shut this off, and then we're going to go along and create a line of witch water, and I think we could probably get away with just using like 2 of these. We're going to create a solid line like that, and then we've created basically a sheet that they have to pass through. Alright, so now we walk away, we wait for things to spawn in there, and as soon as they have, we'll turn on the fan and see if they get pushed through or if they float up into the ceiling, which now that I think about it, that is possible. I don't think it's likely, but it is possible. Okay, so we've got some monsters spawning, a lot of them on the other side of the... Should I put it closer? Maybe I should have put it closer. I don't know. Alright, well, let's turn it on and see what happens to this creeper. As long as the creeper gets pushed through. It did! And it got charged up! And then immediately, the next problem is revealed. The fan can't push through the fluid. Okay, then. Okay. There are these things called entity conveyors. Conveyors move mobs and items along a horizontal vector. Mobs can spawn on this block. Hey. And we have a stack of fully upgraded slime chickens. This was meant to be. I've got the new design sorted, friends. This is gonna be spectacular. Y'all are gonna love it, trust me. First off, we're going to break these corner pieces and replace them with some of these entity conveyors. Boom. Now the mobs will be pushed into the mob mashers. We're also going to replace all of these with mob pusher entity conveyor things. Oh, wow, they're quite effective. And then my original plan for a sheet of witch water will work flawlessly. Yes, it's perfect! They'll spawn here, the fan will push them into the witch water, they'll then get dropped on the floors here, that'll push them. Oh, this is excellent. This is so perfect that it's not going to work, is it? Let's get out of here. Let's make sure things still spawn. Okay, we've got a witch. Let's see how she likes it. Seriously? What? Dadgummit, I didn't turn on the grinders. Dadgummit, all of my perfect and careful planning. No. Okay, no, it's fine. You know what? Boom. Perfect. It's perfection. It's the definition of perfection. Look at her go. Oh, we've done it. Now, there is still the problem of them getting into the middle here, but I'm not going to worry about that because that was too glorious. Although, now that I know about these pusher blocks here, we could have very easily just built one mob masher, stuck it in the middle, and had everything pushed into it, alleviating a lot of our problems. And if I'd thought about these sooner, I don't know, things might have been different. But there we go. There you have it. So, skeletons should spawn in here. I want to see it work, though. I want to see a skeleton get turned into a wither skeleton and be beheaded. That's very important to me. We finally got zombie heads that we needed to build our farming stations. Hey, we can finally progress with all of my plans. Hey, we've got a couple of skeletons in here. Good. Fans on. And they are wither skeletons. And they're being grinded up. Look at that. Yeah! We've done it, everyone! We're like 15 episodes into this series. We have walls and walls of chickens manufacturing infinite diamonds, but now we finally got a really good monster spawner, and I could not ask for more. Thank you, folks, for watching. When we come back next time, I don't even know what we're gonna do. I'm just so excited that I got this working. So thank y'all for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye!